All right, folks, it's Two Sheds Gabby. I'm here today to do a box of pennies. It's been a little while. These are all bankrolled. The story behind this box, back when I was trying to save rolls that had wheat penny enders, if I found one, then I would pull a roll from this box to fill the box that I took that one out of. And so almost all of this box is like from months and months and months ago, probably early this year. And then the last 7 or 8, I just stuck in there more recently to fill the box. So I don't know what to expect from it. I just wanted to give you a hint of what's going on. Let me get started right away. Okay, let's try to get this thing started. This is the first roll. I'm struggling getting started because just as I started talking, all this time I was in my office and nothing happening. But then when I started talking, my wife was just happened to pick that time to come in to bring me my shot of Ninja. It's a it's a long story. It's a health thing, really good for you stuff. And then right after that, I sold something on eBay. Then right after that, I got another offer for some stuff I'm selling on eBay and had to take care of both of those and get them out to the mailbox before the mailman comes. So now I'm trying to get back to this box of pennies. Man, copper is up. I'll check again. When I checked last night, each copper penny was worth 2.38 cents each. I believe that's the highest I've seen it. I could be off a little bit. It may have popped up one time a little higher, then came back down. But I believe that's the highest I've seen it. Man, silver is at right under $59. Last I looked, haven't looked for several hours, but I'll look again. Unreal, man. Stuff's going up. That's because the economy is so weird. I mean, things are going good, but it's still weird. 82. How many more pennies will we get to go through? Wow. An era coming to an end. Wonder if there was coin roll hunting in the early 1800s. Like, man, I want to get one of those mid 1700 pennies. Probably didn't have time to think about that stuff back in. What we're hoping for today is 10 wheat pennies and 3 pounds of copper to add to my copper hoard. Wonder what the chances are even of getting any 2025 pennies. I just don't know. I don't remember how early it was I got this box. Near the end of the 6th row, I did find a 2025. That's quite cool. I hope I find a few more of those. That would be fun to find a handful of them. Keep putting them away as I can. Wow, guys, I checked the penny price, the copper price. Copper pennies are worth just under 3.5 cents today. Man, oh man, they've gone up even more. This is what I'm hoping to find more of right here. 1941 Philadelphia, first wheat penny. This is the 9th row. These things are going to be getting harder and harder to come across. Goodness. So I'm 65 and I'm had to get on some, I don't understand all this stuff, Medicaid, Medicare. I don't even know what I got. But whatever it is I'm on, they've sent me, they're constantly sending information. But they've got these like health incentive things where they give you certain rewards, you know, for getting your annual checkups or filling out the survey, and one of them is trying to keep fit. So they've got this thing that if you do, like if you hook up to Google Fit or something like that and hook into it. If you do 5,000 steps a day, if you do that at least 10 days out of the month, then you get a reward, you know. It's like, well, I need to be walking anyway. That's a little bit of incentive, so I'm going to do it. I started yesterday, and I think it's like 28 degrees outside or less or something like that. And so yesterday, I literally just I went to the mailbox into my shed a few times. But other than that, I just walked up and down the hallway, down into the den, into my office, over and over and over until I got my 5,000 steps in. So I made sure I got it. And today, I've been busy at my computer all day. Have gone to the shed and I have gone to the mailbox a couple of times. So I think I'm under 1,000 steps. I'm in the 13th row, and here is a 2009. I guess I'll just keep all of them I find from now on because I probably won't find that many. This one is a Denver. So, I'm sitting here a lot. I sit at my desk a lot, either working on the stuff I sell for the company or sometimes doing stuff that's on my wife's eBay, getting that packaged up, and then a lot of going through coins. And they say that if you're sitting a lot, it's good just to get up and walk around a little bit every few minutes. And so since I was well under my 1,000, I just got up and I get to these really nice ones. It's like, man, I hope that was a 2025, but all of them pretty much exclusively have been 2024s. But anyway, I got up and finished, got to my first 1,000. But I got a long way to go. 15th row, and hey, we come to wheat penny number 2. Yay. Oh, he got shot, nicked by a bullet. 1950 San Francisco. Oh, in my dimes that I went through, I said I think it was a 1951 S. It looked like it was pretty beat up on the back, and somebody wrote to me and said they didn't do an S that year. I'm like, oh, sorry about that. I guess it was a pretty beat up D. I don't know, but I stand corrected. 1980. So I take a lot of supplements, and I am in the Young Living organization. And my mom also takes supplements, and I make her orders for her because she doesn't like getting on the computer. She doesn't know how to get on the computer and do stuff. So I make her orders, and this one particular thing that she ordered, they come in capsules, but they also have a powder form, and I accidentally got her that, and she opened it. It's like, what am I supposed to do with these? I'm like, I am so sorry. So I made her some. Several years ago, I don't even remember why, I ordered a whole bunch of these empty capsules. So I told her I would just make her some. I made her 21 of them this morning. It'll probably make, the bottle will probably make 300 of them, but I said I'm going to take these over to her in a little bit and get a little bit of walking in. And I'll tell her that when you start getting close to the bottom, I'll make you a whole bunch more. But I just wanted to get these thrown together. It's not a lot of fun doing it, but it is something I can do. Because she doesn't want to mix the powder and liquid or nothing like that. This is the stuff that I messed up. I always have bottles of capsules of these because I take these every day. But I accidentally got her the powder one. Yeah. 16th roll. This one ain't very pretty, but it is another 2009 Philadelphia. A couple of those now. Today's Wednesday. This is our fasting day. So no eating for me today. I do need to try to make sure I get plenty of water, and I'll probably go in here in a little bit when I get up to walk a little and fix a bottle of water with some electrolytes. Pull that thing is gone through the ringer. Is that what they call it? And I was wondering, I've been getting all these like brand new looking 2024s. That 2025 came off of the top layer, which could have been the recent ones. And this box might have been around before the 2025s was getting distributed very much. I don't know. I hope that's not the case. I hope I come across another, but that could be why I haven't seen another. 19th row, I do find a Canadian penny, but I don't think this is a copper one. No, 1998. I'll just throw this in with my Canadian coin bag. I got a bag of several pounds of just clad Canadian coins. Bible study tonight, but I don't have to prepare for my class that I teach because the first Wednesday of each month we just do a singing. And so I'll just pick out some songs. See, there's just lots of these that just look almost straight from the mint. And they're all 24s. So there's a good chance I won't find a 2025 again, this box. But there is a lot of 2023s. But all of them have the 3 dots, not the 4. Welcome to the second half of this box of pennies. Has it been super productive so far? Got a little bit. I just took a few dishes over to my mom and took her those capsules I made her. Got a few more steps in. So the article that I was just reading said that the anticipation is that from now on, the penny will still remain a legal currency in the United States. Oh, there's a kind of rough 2009. Philadelphia. Well, we'll put that over there. And it's the same with Canada. Canada has, theirs is still a legal currency, or whatever you want to call it. And it is illegal to melt it for the purpose of selling the copper commodity. And that's what is anticipated to remain in the U.S. for who knows how many years to come. Obviously, if you have a collapse of society, things like that would change, but I hope we don't reach that point. That could be a difficult time for a lot of people to live through, you know, because that usually means there's no distribution of food and things like that. People have to fare for themselves. I was just thinking of a Bleak House, one of the boys that lives on the streets in London, or not. I forget which town it is. It may be London, but one of the persons asked. His name's Joe. How you doing, Joe? You know me. I never vary. 82. Never vary. Ooh, there's a nice looking 72. Checking to make sure that wasn't an S. Here's a nice looking 1981 that's off center, but I don't think it's off center enough to be of any real interest to anybody. It is in nice shape. Well, folks, this is the 11th row in the second half of the box, and I'm getting some copper, but I tell you, it's just not been super productive. Here is a Tom Love picture of that 72 Philadelphia. Anybody here see any DDing going on? I didn't see it, but I tell you, I'm just not real good at that. Of knowing what, you know, I've seen pictures of somebody says this is a DD, and I don't get it. I don't see it very well, I guess. You know, a lot of I'll see doubling, and people go, "That's not DD. That's just doubling, and that's not what you're looking for." And I've looked at lots of diagrams and explanations, but I think sometimes it's just so subtle, the DD. I just don't see it. Tomorrow's my bank day. I got a lot of banks to go to tomorrow. I got dimes and half dollars and pennies. Whoops. I almost put that guy on the wrong side. And hopefully I'll pick up my half dollars tomorrow. I don't think we've decided where we're going to eat yet. A lot of times we'll eat at Jason's Grill or at Chipotle. But I don't know. We may do something altogether different. I don't know. I tell you what, though, we do look forward to it after we quit eating, whatever time we quit eating on Tuesday night, and then don't eat again until our lunch on Thursday. We're ready. We look forward to our meal. I ca- oh no, I thought it said 25. Doggone. I kind of want to go to Jason's Deli because we haven't been there in a while, but I think we're going to go to the other side of town tomorrow, so that may not happen. Come on. We're only at 2 wheat pennies. That's sad. 13th row in the second half of this box of pennies, and we do get a Canadian copper. It's the 12-sided. They are 98% copper, 1991. A little something there to give us. So I like asking questions, AI questions, and looking up articles and stuff. And this is a funny one here. I ask AI about the 2026 mintage production, and it said no more pennies will be minted. The the mintage stopped in late 2025 and early 2026. It did it? Oh, buddy. Funny. I wouldn't mind finding another extra V. I found one time. When I was a kid down on the farm, my grandparents lived at this newer house that they had built, a little house out kind of at the front of the farm. And you go past their house, and there's another house that my aunt and uncle lived in. And you go beyond that, and you can either go down to the river or up on the bluff. And up on the bluff, I had cousins that lived up there, and they did not have running water. And I too, when I was a kid. But I love staying there because out in front of their house, it was kind of a rolly area. Out in front of their house, there's a big area where grass didn't grow, and there's just a red dirt area. And oh my goodness, we love playing there. Looky, 11 rolls to go after this roll. This just made the whole box worthwhile. Look at that. 1932 Canadian. 1 cent. Oh my. That is King George V. Boy, I sure don't find these very often. That's cool. 1932. I'll have to check my book and see if that one goes in there. Well, that's an exciting find there. That just made the whole thing worthwhile in my little old opinion. Wow, that's cool. King George V. I think I've said a while back that we've got all these albums that I got from my daughter and her husband. And we've gone through a whole bunch of them and separated a bunch out. We still got some separating to go. Oh, look. 69S. Well, that's cool. We'll see if there's a DD on this one. But it's good just to find the S pennies. Nice. So anyway, they've been in the garage a long time, and so they was pretty musty smelling. So we've just been having them sit out, and we got diffusers going, just trying to let them get rid of some of that musty smell. But it's about time that I start listing them, because I'd like to get them listed, really soon, so that anybody that might be interested in getting somebody's collecting something and somebody wants to help somebody get their collection for Christmas or something like that. So, yeah, we would really like to get these, at least a bunch of them listed here. In fact, I'd like to say I'd start tomorrow night, but we might have, if we have a Bible study, it won't happen tomorrow. I'd like to go through my $50. I'll try to get started Friday for sure. 59. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of old Beatles albums and Led Zeppelin and pretty cool stuff in there. There's a bunch of Heart albums that are still sealed that are the picture albums, Pretty cool stuff in there. Just 8 rolls to go after this roll, guys. But here's a 1968S. So we have now found a 68 and a 69 San Francisco. Those are fun to find. 82. A friend of mine, we have a few Bible studies a week, and one of them that we usually have on Sunday, a friend of mine that came, he brought this copy of an old Bible correspondence course and said, would you be interested in this? And I'm like, yeah, I'll make a copy of it. And it's been several weeks ago, and we just keep forgetting. And it's like, well, we've got to take this back to him tonight. So my wife came into my office here to make copies of it. And I said, well, I'll just take advantage of this opportunity and walk the halls. I'm walking the floor over you. I can't sleep a wink at a string. Anyway, she got that done, and we will take this back to him tonight, finally. I hate it when we just get so busy with stuff, and we set that little folder aside and forgot all about it. Well, I sure got a kick out of finding that King George the Fifth, man. It's a good old coin there. Curious to see how much copper I'm going to get. I feel confident it'll be over 2 pounds, but I don't know if it'll be 3 or not. Dot, 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 instead of dot, 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 dot. That's what we want. Oh, man. I can't see. I'm just going to throw that in the 82 jar, and I'll weigh it when we're done. The very next roll in here is wheat penny number 3. I'm assuming there's a wheat behind there. Yeah. 1957 Denver, wheat penny number 3. It is 3 p.m. And as soon as I get done with these rolls, I got to shower, then pick out songs for tonight. And I probably need to throw together a real quick invitation. 82. If by chance the preacher don't show up, a few weeks back he was sick and he just couldn't make it out. In fact, it was a month ago because it was the last time we had the singing, and he wasn't able to come. And I just real quickly had an invitation. I just had a thought in my head. And our invitations are no big deal, really. They're just kind of an encouraging thing, encouraging people to do right. If you ain't doing right, here's your opportunity type thing. That's all it is. But usually you try to have a little thought behind it all, And so I'll try to have something just in case something happens and he don't get to make it. Now with 6 rolls to go after this one, we get another Canadian copper. Not quite as old as the last. It's a 1965. A young queen on the obverse. Very cool. Oh, there's another S. 1974 S. I'll put that in my S jar. So last weekend, my middle son and my daughter were here at Thanksgiving. And my middle son, he stuck around a few extra days and left Sunday. Oh my, there's another Wheatie. It's a nice one too. Well, cool. There's number 4. 53D. And that's a pretty nice one there. Great. Makes it a little bit better. Anyway, this weekend, my oldest son is scheduled, and his wife are scheduled to be here for the weekend, and we're really looking forward to that because he don't get down as much. Makes me sad. But really looking forward to spending a couple of days with them. I wish he could take Monday off and just make it a long weekend, but I don't think he can do that this weekend. Probably about out of days because coming to the end of the year, they start running low on vacation. They get good vacation where he works. All three of my kids worked at the same place, but my daughter doesn't work there anymore. She's moving, and so she went ahead and she was there for over 10 years. And she said, sayonara. Second to last roll. Unbelievable, guys. Can you see what that is? This is the third one I've ever found coin roll hunting. I didn't think I'd ever find another one after they announced no more penny. Look at this. What year we got? 1909. Oh, the last year they made them. How about that? That's a nice one. Golly. This turned out to be a dandy box. I'm telling you. Oh man, guys. I just felt like with the end of the penny, I had found 2 probably a year or so ago. I went forever without ever finding one, and then I found 2 pretty quickly. And then they announced, last month, no more penny. I thought, well, I do have about 40-something boxes, but there's a good chance I'll never find another one coin roll hunting. And I did. 1909. Man, oh man. Let's pause for station identification while I take a look here. Well, I can't see on my paper where I've got the mintage on this one. I'll have to, sorry about that. Anyway, let me put this aside and move on through this roll. I just can't believe it. 1909, cool beans. Oh, wow. You guys heard me talking, it's been going on 2 years now, not quite 2, but the last few months of my cousin's life, we took care of him. He stayed with us, and we took care of him until he passed away. And I took care of all of his estate for him. I've got his remains because he wanted to be cremated, and his brother, younger brother. I have both of their remains here. 82. They're not in any type of urn. They're just whatever came, what they came in. Just little containers. The land that I live on was a piece of the farm that small farm my grandfather bought a long time ago, probably close to 100 years ago. I think it was 13 or 14 acres that he bought. And he built most of his kids' houses on this, and he still had enough left over for him to raise a few cattle on, and we had huge gardens. But the lot that my cousins lived on is gone. It's after my grandparents passed, and then my mom's family that was kind of in charge of what was left of the farm. That there's still a few family members here, but the rest of it, they just sold it off to a developer, and so it's mostly all homes now. Let me go to the last row. Last row. Anyway, like I said, they sold off the remainder of the property to a developer, and they built homes on it. And so, my cousin that stayed with us, he was the last of his immediate family. They're all gone. And, I'm not going to live forever. So we're thinking about while we're still at this property, not that we're planning on leaving, but you never know what the future will bring. We've got a big, huge maple in the back. We're thinking about just laying their ashes to rest while we're still on the same property that they grew up on. It's not the same lot, but it's the same property, same piece of farm that all of us grew up on. What do you guys think about that? Like to hear some feedback. 82. We're almost done, guys. As soon as I get finished here, I'll weigh these 82s and separate the copper out. And then we'll weigh and see how much copper we got today. I hope I got close to 3 pounds of copper. Man, it's so high. Almost 3.5 cents each for each penny. Well, let's see what we've got. We did get 3 pounds. How cool. I thought it might have been off by just a little. It felt good. Got just over 3 pounds. Cool beans. Man, what a box after all. It was seeming kind of boring there for a while, but it sure turned into a doozy. Guys, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.